Flood watches and warnings are current for large parts of New South Wales and northern Victoria. Taking a look at those flood watches, we have many flood watches current across northern Victoria and also much of inland New South Wales. Of particular concern are our rivers across northern parts of New South Wales, including the Namoy, Peel, Macquarie, Bogan River, where we could see major flooding there in the coming days with rainfall. And some of these rivers are already experiencing major flooding. Further south, we can also see a number of other rivers expected to possibly increase to moderate to major flooding, including the Ballubula, the Lachlan River, and maybe even the Macquarie River to Bathurst. And that's important with the Bathurst 1000 on this weekend. There's going to be some big impacts there possible. Further to the coast, we could see minor to moderate flooding through parts of the Hunter and also on the Hawkesbury Nepean River through Sydney, and that's due to some heavy rainfall on the weekend. But then moving into Victoria, you can see many rivers are currently under a flood watch, where we could see minor to moderate flooding on many of our rivers with the rainfall in the coming days. Now, not only is the flood watches current, but flood warnings are also current, with many areas experiencing moderate to major flooding, as well as minor flooding across northern parts of Victoria. But to put that into more context, let's have a look at some of our gauges across these rivers. So you can see here, many of our gauges across inland New South Wales are experiencing minor, moderate or major flooding, depending on the colour of the triangles here. Now, if we take a look at some of the major flooding right now, here's one of our gauges. This is on the Macquarie River, downstream of the Warren Weir. And you can see that it's been increasing across the last few days. And this is before the forecast rainfall has even occurred. And that's why we're so worried about the rainfall in the coming days. Now, taking a look at that rain in more detail, we can see widespread rain across Queensland, New South Wales and northern Victoria today. That's going to shift eastwards later tonight into early hours of tomorrow before weakening, but then redeveloping once again across northern Tasmania, much of Victoria, where we could see some severe thunderstorms there, and also into southwest Queensland as we move into Thursday night and Friday morning, and before another widespread band of rain and thunderstorms extends across much of Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania. Now, we do see that sweep across into eastern parts on Friday, but then unfortunately another band will move through on Saturday across southern Queensland and northern New South Wales, impacting eastern parts of New South Wales Saturday into Sunday, and that does include around the Sydney metropolitan area and the Hunter Valley and Central Coast. But then that'll all quickly move offshore as we move into the Sunday and Monday timeframe. But because of all this, we do have severe weather warnings current for heavy rainfall across southern Queensland, New South Wales and northern Victoria. And we also see severe weather warnings for damaging winds across northwestern parts of Tasmania, including King Island. So looking at that rainfall finally, the total rainfall amount, and this is why we're so concerned, is we're going to see widespread 50 to 100 millimetres across northern Victoria, much of New South Wales and into southern Queensland. Of particular concern is a swath of heavy rainfall over our areas that we saw earlier that are already experiencing moderate to major flooding. And it is these communities and residents who live in this part of the world that need to make sure they stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via our website, app and social media, and listen to all advice from emergency services.